respect, I have subjected myself to every meeting of reconciliation for peace. And what happens each time we come out from such meetings? We are faced with one thunder or lightning. Now, the governor pointed out that when he assumed office, it was with the resolve to build on the existing foundation of development of past leaders, especially the immediate past governor. Governor Fubara emphasized that it would have been out of the ordinary to engage in any political fight when there was so much work to be done for the state and its people as their governor. He said he strongly felt that it was proper to set some records straight about what had become of a minor problem that was not uncommon in every human relationship. Now, he tagged it as a minor problem. Now, I'm going to quote him. He said, but it is a bad thing when the problem that ought not to be anything becomes something and in fact gets out of the bedroom to the sitting room and to the compound. And that is the case of Rivers State today, he said. He goes on to say, I am so happy that you even mentioned the issues even when I have all the instruments of state powers. I have shown restraint, and I believe that whoever is alive and have been following the activities of our dear state knows that I have acted as a big brother in the course of this crisis. I have not acted like a young man that may want the house to be destroyed, but I have behaved like a matured young man that I am. This is because I know that no meaningful development will be achieved in an atmosphere of crisis. It goes on to say, and because our intention for Rivers State is to build on the foundation that had been laid by our past leaders, it will be wrong for me to take the path of promoting crisis. That is why we are still recording the development that you're hearing around Rivers State. Now, Governor Fubara insisted that there was nothing wrong in one helping another person, but that does not mean the helper should take the place of God. Now, the governor said, as long as he wasn't sent, God remained God, who could cause his enemy to be willing vessel bring about one's promotion in life. God can do anything he wants to do when he wants to do it. It is only for us to realize that God will not come down from heaven, but will pass through one man or woman to achieve his purpose. So for that reason, when we act as humans, human vessels that God has used, and not seeing yourself as God. I want to say this clearly, that we appreciate the role our leaders, most especially the immediate past governor, played. But that is not enough for me to worship a human being. I can't do that.
Welcome back to the show. This is Nigeria.
Apologies. I told you we're working on the systems. You've experienced it for yourself. I guess you can understand what I'm going through as well in the studio. But yes, we will. What's the word again? We will survive. Is that the word? This too shall pass. I guess that's the word. But anyways, welcome back to Hard Facts and 92.3 Nigeria Info. I was trying my best to give it the big stories, but then the systems happened. So I'm going to rush through reading the remainder of the speech of the governor yesterday when he hosted, the former Bayelsa State governor and other people from the Ijaw tribe. But I think I was reading the part where he said, for this reason, when we act as humans, human vessels that God has used, and not seeing yourself as God. I want to say this clearly, that we appreciate the role our leaders, most especially the immediate past governor, played, but that is not enough for me to worship a human being. I can't do that. Now, the governor took a swipe against the Right Honorable Martin Ameole-led group of lawmakers and declared that they do not exist anymore as lawmakers in the eyes of the law. I think we talked about that yesterday. But, summary of that is that, he accepted the peace accord for the sake of peace, not just to give them a soft landing. And he said it's not a constitutional resolution, but a political solution to the problem. But he said these are people that I have helped in many ways when I wasn't even a governor. Yes, we might have our disagreements, but I believe that one day we could also come together. That was the reason I did it. But I think it has gotten to a time when I need to make a statement on this thing so that they understand that they are not existing. Their existence and whatever they have been doing is because I allowed them to do so. If I don't recognize them, they are nowhere. That is the truth. But is that the truth? I don't know, but I get your thoughts on that one. He further said, so I want you to see the sacrifice I have made to allow peace to be in our state. I can say here with all amount of boldness, I have never called any policeman anywhere to go and harass anybody. I've never gone anywhere to ask anybody to do anything against anybody. But what happens to the people that are supporting me? They have been harassed, they have been arrested and detained. There is no week that somebody doesn't come here with one letter of invitation for trump-up charges and all those things. I'm saying all this because of what my senior said here, restrain. I don't think the other party has shown any restraint. I am the one that has shown restraint in the face of this crisis. I am the one that is badly hit, even when I have all the government instruments to shake up the table. But why will I do it? I believe the peace is the best relationship to cultivate. Okay, let's see. There's a part I want to read. Where is it? So I can move on. My time is fast spent. Goodness me, how do I do this now? Okay. Where is that part I want to read? Okay, now this is the part I want to read. He said, we had our meeting and by the very grace of God, we have had a very wonderful relationship. He's always there watching out for me, even in the face of the crisis. Things my commissioner ought to do when they hide the information from me, he calls me to tell me. Now he's talking about the Bayelsa State Governor Doyedere. He goes ahead to say, you don't know what I'm going through. I am working with my own enemies. Imagine where your attorney general will go to sabotage you. It was as bad as that, but they will get their reward. So you see, if I have not gone to reconcile with my brother, I would have been in a bigger mess. So I've already started benefiting, reaping the fruits of that peaceful relationship. All right, so I will let you get your thoughts on that. I'm moving on from that one very quickly. Apparently, I may not be able to take as much calls, just messages. So you want to start dropping your messages either on Facebook. I'll be live on Facebook with all the mess going on. I wonder if we're live on Facebook. But yeah, I will try my best to see now. All right, so we're live on Facebook, 92 Nigerian for PH, Nigerian for PH. We're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube, Nigerian for PH, and we are active and interactive on X. So drop your messages there. You could also do WhatsApp 08090306 All right, so I'm quickly going to go to my next big story. But before I do, I do think we have a report as well. The Commissioner for Information also coming out to insist on the governor's statement that the assembly members do not exist. Yes, I think he spoke with Andrew Ifeami Andrew this morning, and they had a chat, and he tried to explain that the governor does not even recognize them. He no longer sends bills their way. And he said a couple of other things. So because of time, I'm just going to play the soundbite so we can hear the commissioner directly.
No, if you get the narrative clearly, you will discover that the assemblymen moved out of PDP to APC in December. The 4 last bills that were sent to the House was sent to them on the 27th of October. By October, they were still members of the House. By the constitutional provision in section 109 1G, they moved out of PDP in December. So you can see the nexus.
There's no ambiguity. It is within the confines of the Assembly to do so because the principal law has been amended. The general public should understand that the principal law was initially amended in 1999, further amended in 2006. But in 2024, the law has been amended to give opportunity to the Chairman House Committee on Selection.
I don't know if I'm playing the same soundbite there, but you had the commissioner in the first soundbite that played as it relates to the House of Assembly issue in Rivers State. All right, so quickly, neck slashes electricity tariff for Band A customers. NLC calls for a reversal of tariff hike. So you must have heard the news. It's been reduced to somewhere around 206 naira per kilowatt hour. And NLC is not agreeing to that. NLC is saying, hey, we need to go back to what it was, somewhere around the 66 naira per kilowatt hour. And they're saying, hey, we need to go back there. But what do you make of this? I mean, on Sunday, the Power Ministry, that's the Ministry of Power, had said that they would not reverse it. But then, as at yesterday, we saw the reports filtering into news spaces saying that there is a reduction. So I really want to know what you're thinking. Is this a good thing? Because remember, the Power Ministry has also said that it is reducing the amount of electricity supply to neighboring countries so that it can supply as much to Nigeria or Nigerians, so that we can enjoy proper power supply and we pay for what we use. So I'd like to get your thoughts on that. And then finally, I'm rushing because the systems are really crazy and time is fast spent. So I'm rushing. And my final big story has got to do with, the memo that we are seeing circulating the media space, whether it's social media or traditional media, where CBN has ordered banks that from 2 weeks' time, they should start charging 0.5% for cybersecurity. Now, I think we've talked about it on Hard Facts before, the amount of corruption that goes on in the banking sector, how people lose money from their banks. I mean, it was over the weekend, when an actress was complaining about the huge sum of money, millions of naira, removed from a bank account. So, you see, we know all of these things are happening through the bank. And I remember one of the stakeholders was on my show some time ago and said, they may be insiders. There may be some people who are careless with their banking details and all of that stuff. However, the question I'm asking is, why do I have to pay for security? I mean, the bank is making money from saving or storing my money, my hard-earned money. Why do I have to pay 0.5%? That's for 1,005 naira, for 10,000, 50 naira, for 100,000, 500 naira, a million, I think 5,000 naira. So why me? Why should I be the one paying for cybersecurity? We have, we signed an agreement. The bank is supposed to safeguard my money, and I'm supposed to pay certain charges. And by the way, I pay a lot of charges, right? I pay VAT, I pay transfer levy, the one that they take from us when we transfer. And then there is the SMS levy that they take. And then there is the stamp duties levy that they take. And then there is another one, I'm trying to remember, the one that they take at the end of the month. And yet they want to add another levy to it. I'm guessing POS operators would increase how much we take, how much they take for every withdrawal we make. So this is going to have a ripple effect on the economy, and I'm wondering what the government or the CBN is thinking. And by the way, they've also placed a ban on cryptocurrency platforms like they did with basically, is it Binance? Yeah, like they did with Binance and some other platforms where currencies are traded. and they're saying, hey, let's not trade Naira anymore on cryptocurrency platforms. All right, let's quickly open the phone lines. Let's see if we can do well with the 20 minutes that we do have. I've got a lot of messages here. Let's see this one. Okay, this is not our conversation. We'll talk about that maybe later. But let's see, let's go up and let's see other messages. Oh, come on now, the system shouldn't play with me. Governor Fubara, you are correct 100%. It is time for you to wake up. I'm happy that you have woken up. No human being can take the place of God himself. Kick the ball rolling, please. Aminu with that one. This one says, greetings, Canada. The statement of the governor Sim Fubara is in line. No man is worthy to be worshipped but appreciated. No one is God. Those who worship their fellow men are ignorant of the fact that only God Almighty is worthy to be worshipped. However, if a Mewule-led assembly doesn't exist, the governor should stop paying them immediately. Then I know he's serious. Nicholas Erasmus, thank you very much. This one says, greetings, Canada. Governor Sim Fubara is a product of the 1999 Constitution as altered, just as the members of the House of Assembly are products of the law. Section 90 and Section 92 of the Grand Nom lawfully recognizes Honorable Martin Amewule, Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. It's not within the powers of Governor Sim Fubara to recognize or disapprove the legitimacy of those members who are in Honorable Martin Amewule's camp. So as long as the 1999 Constitution is concerned, Honorable Martin Amewule is the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. I think some people are misleading Governor Sim Fubara for their selfish political benefits and melancholic reasons. Emi Fiaga with that one. And this one says, good afternoon, Mr. Kalada. The governor should match words with action. If an old man does not make his eyes like that of a wizard, children will not fear him. He should do something, please. Are you saying he should make his eyes like that of a wizard? Is that what you're saying? Governor Sim has finally woken up. I see no reason why those so-called lawmakers will be passing laws that does not exist. Let me even ask, where was Martins when Wike was the governor? Now he has finally woken up because it is Fubara. Let our Bunge governor arrest any of them that want to disturb the peace we are all enjoying in the state, because there are no more our lawmakers after the defected to APC, Indu from Oyigbo. On the 11th of December 2023 and 1st January 2024, Governor Sim officially recognized the Assembly and Amewule as the Speaker. Just yesterday, the same governor tried not to recognize the same Assembly, and the same Assembly has been sitting and making laws. I hope the governor is fully aware of the legal implications of his utterances and actions. If the governor is truly for peace, let him stabilize, or let him be stable on peace drives and not be waving. The governor has the constitutional power to sack any commissioner sabotaging his government. Rivers people expect good governance, not being loyal to one man in Abuja. Clement. And this one said, man of the people, special greetings. Nigerians know that Rivers doesn't have House of Assembly for now till 2027, when election will be conducted from Tangad ability at Twegbu. All right. This one says they also take ATM maintenance fee. Americana Chigo from thank you very much for that one from Abakri. Yes, they take that at the end of the month. Yeah, another person said card maintenance charges. So why are they still charging us cybersecurity levy? We already have an agreement, so they should go ahead and secure our bank accounts, or better still, tell us to save our monies at home. My goodness. And as from Moji says, and remember, stamp duty is 15 naira. So if you make 10,000 naira and above, 15 naira is deducted from the money. My goodness. Anyways, we'll talk about that later when we'll have some experts in the studio. But this one says, Enes from Moji, the governor should be fighting poverty and unemployment, not his so-called political enemies. On Facebook, Sukari Alex Owuru Oyavu says, the charge for card maintenance, they charge for transaction. Crisis looms, Sha. The actor Cree says, Governor Fubara is an Ijaw man from Ibani, and he will never bow to any human being, no matter your status in life. He can only appreciate you for your role in his life. I think I agree with him. And you said, because we never came to this world through the secret act of a man and a woman, and from that you said, because we came to this world through the secret act of a man and a woman, and from that secret act they begat us, and automatically they became our parents. Therefore, we give them the respect for not just being our parents, but also being our guardian parents, because God used them to bring us to the world, even though it was done out of our consent. I think same is expected from the governor to his political godfather, even though Governor Fubara never bargained becoming a governor in the first place. All right, back to WhatsApp. Back to WhatsApp. This one says, "Good afternoon, Canada. The electricity issues. I'm just wondering how the APC government are busy chasing Yahoo boys, but doing worse every day. Busy thinking how to extort the citizens. Because I can understand the new charges CBN is coming up with. I mean, is that not act of criminality?" J. Moore from Port Harcourt is asking. A good day, Mr. Kalada Koribatabo. The remarks made by Governor Fubara is nothing but the truth. The agreement reached in Abuja is not constitutional or a constitutional resolution, but political resolution. And the litigations against the 27 lawmakers, I think the case won't go their way because the Supreme Court has set a precedent. Let the 27 lawmakers continue dancing within themselves. When I tell Clinton West, you can't speak for the court. I always will tell you, never try to speak for the court, because the court will come up with, some may come up with something different. But this one is from Honorable Ida in Koro. Good afternoon, Kalada. The statement of Governor Sim Fubara is a clear indication that the people parading themselves as assembly members are just entertainers. With this, all the activities are null. It has no grip. All right, let's take a listen to the sound bite, and I'll catch my breath, I guess.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Kalada. My name is Geoffrey Binabo. What I want to say about this thing is the governor of the state is right. God will use someone to bring you out in every situation. God will use someone to lift you up. God has used the former governor to help him, and he cannot worship him. If the other former governor too was helped by someone, he didn't rise to being governor by himself. He too was introduced by the ex-president. So let him just forget about everything and let the man rule the state. Let him concentrate on his own. Let him concentrate on the FCT and allow the man to rule for us. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Ibn Abu. Let's take a listen to this.
Good afternoon, Katie. Hector. Yesterday, still on this program, the governor said there is no crisis, and we are trying to analyze, interpret the statement credited to the governor. Now, yesterday was not even over, and we had, different utterances, spitting fires from both the camp of the governor and the other side. The problem is that we are trying to pretend, and that is it. And I still believe that there is problem, there is crisis, there is political crisis, but the governor is only trying to manage it. It is obvious. You don't tell a blind man that there is no pepper in the soup. You don't tell a blind man that it is raining. It is so obvious, so it is crystal clear to everyone living in the States and even across the country that there is lingering political crisis. However, the governor is only trying to manage it. And that is why in his comments, most of his comments, is trying to, still portray that gentility. As a gentleman that he is, he's trying to manage it. But I believe and I pray that it will not go beyond what we are having now. Thank you, from Hector.
Excellent, thank you very much. All right, I take calls now. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. So I will step on the brakes as it relates to messages. Let's take calls now. I've got Zion, but first let's listen to this. Some reason, voice note from Eric Henry, not producing a sound. Let's take a listen to it.
Can't worship and be that myself. Let me answer it in the last day. Even if you condemn worshiping any human being, but it's totally human being.
From the CBN or the cyber security fees is so unfortunate. From the day one, the CBN governor was given this portfolio, I've been shouting it that this man is incompetent. He's incompetent. Yet nobody wants to listen to me. Is you know you had the same discussion with you about this same particular issue? Now look at what he wants to. He wants to steal from the common Nigerians in the name of charges. Are we the one that should be paying for that? Should Nigerians be the one? Number two, I told you again that because of this recapitalization fund, you see this recapitalization, they are going to temper into the money of Nigerians' money. They will temper everything. I want to call on some the fans because they are the ones that can handle this matter. They should take this matter to court to stop them not to touch their money from Nigeria. They should stop them not to pick even 1 naira from any Nigerian money account. Don't touch it. If they don't stop them, they are going to do also. We'll be keeping our money at home. It's so unfortunate. Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, thank you very much. We've got Jude from Omuma. Jude, welcome. What is on your mind? I would like to hear from you.
On my mind is the governor's statement, which he said he has been trying to make peace on a matter or issue that started from the bedroom, got to the living room, and then got to the compound. I think he didn't do the right thing. The governor did not do the right thing.
How did he not? How did he not do the right thing? How did he not? He said.
He started for peace, and there's no way you can get peace without justice or do what is right. We don't know that what that issue that started from the bedroom was or is. But then that has landed us to where we are. And he's talking about the members of House Assembly that they're no longer.
Are you there? Okay, I'm moving to Emeka from Owerri. Emeka from Owerri, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
I told you the other time, I'm not envying Kubana this time, honestly. What do I mean? See, you know that honorary litigation in the court, that's when you win an election, somebody is electing you a loan that comes to up maybe once in 3 or 4 months. It's a very big discussion to any leader, not to talk about what this money is going through. Look at a deal, sign deal, counter sign deal, we as an assembly, we override, all those kind of things. In the next 3 weeks or 2 weeks, and this governor will be 1 year in office. The discussion is so much on him. I don't know why. And when some people say they're moving forward, even I don't even see much forward in both of the states. They're talking moving forward. But the issue is, how long will River people dwell on this a particular individual disturbing the entire piece of the state? How long? What is actually happening? You know that the River state is on the news on the negative side. What is happening? Let them allow this man to do work. Somebody was there before you. Somebody was there before the president that was there before you. And after this, somebody will take over. After this, somebody else will take over. What is actually happening? Honestly, if you don't let him good luck. He said something that touched my mind. Even though he didn't do it. Good luck, say he had
Emeka, I can barely hear you, Emeka. All right, sorry, Emeka, I can barely hear you, so I've got to let you go. Robin from HA, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, Robin, welcome.
Discussion is getting very interesting.
Okay.
I told you and those who care to listen when this matter started. That's not a father and son. And let me remind you and those who are listening to the sound of my voice. I made an adage that when once a fight between a father and son have left the house to the playground or the market square, it turns to a community fight.
Okay.
Is it not what the governor have acknowledged yesterday? And I've been shouting that cannot be peace anywhere without looking for the brother justice. It does not happen. And some of us, what we read, we were taught that the best form of self-defense is to attack. You want the opportunity to attack. The person said to the dozer, say, don't fight for me. Don't talk for me. It's my organ, it's my organ. My organ is my organ. What are we hearing today? We are looking for justice. Till we see justice, there's no peace for the wicked. Good afternoon, Robin Maja, the farmer.
All right, good afternoon, Robin Maja, the farmer. I've got messages starting with Clinton. Let's take a listen to Comrade Clinton.
Comrade Clinton from Bori. The governor really poured out his heart. I listened to him yesterday, and my brother, the man was really pushed to the wall before he can react. So he explicitly stated everything clearly. It's like someone that has been pushed so hard that to the extent that he has to rebound, and he did that in a way that Rivers people understood with him. For me, his demeanor is one that I admire so much, sincerely speaking. The man has exercised so much restraint, despite the fact that he has so much power. The resources, the state resources are with him that he can do and undo. But the man has decided to maintain or take the path of peace. Again, I listened to some of the things he said. He said he has been working with his enemies. But we told him about that these people, how can they work together when they are not in agreement? The environment is not conducive for them, but yet they are still there. So how would those people deliver on this mandate? But he still went ahead and recalled them back, despite the fact that Rivers Post were against that call. Well, that had been done. Again, he's talking about the non-existent House of Assembly members. I will still say that he should wait for the court to determine the matter it's already sub judice, so he shouldn't preempt. We hope that the court will deliver justice on the matter. I will still say this: if the court, because the court are really an interesting group of people, they can come out today and give a judgment that you will marvel you. So let them give us judgment, so that if they are lawmakers, Rivers people would accept that they are lawmakers. If they are not, then they will conduct fresh elections in Rivers State, so that constituency will fail. That's my take this afternoon.
All right, thank you very much, Clinton. Let's get to Jaja Maxwell. Jaja Maxwell.
Rather, good afternoon. My name is Jaja Maxwell, calling you from Rumolumini. Rather, I still insist that the problem in this, as I was this UK boys and the governor / the Aoga, which is in Abuja. The problem is this money sharing. Since the governor came in, no more sharing of money again. The governor has blocked everywhere. That is why I watch. They are doing all possible best to make sure that they want to bring down the governor, but it will never stand. Like the governor has said that they don't exist. When time comes, we'll know who's in charge. When time comes, we'll know who's in charge. So they should just find and look for another job, because not only politics that is the job. Must they die in politics? Yeah.
Now, Jaja, I should let you know that it is a big allegation. We don't know. Even the governor did not mention. It's a small issue that started from the bedroom, shifted to the sitting room, shifted to the compound, and now it's everywhere, and it shouldn't be so. So it did not even mention what the problem was. So I don't think it's in our position to begin to speculate or begin to mention what we were not told. But reading this message, if you call them Honorable Martin Ameole-led Committee of Friends, you would be right. But to call them lawmakers, that would be absolutely wrong. Governor Sim has done everything for peace to be restored, and there is peace in Rivers State. Governor Sim is the leader of the People's Democratic Party. He has a clear vision for the state's future and can articulate it effectively. He operates with honesty, transparency, and ethical principles. So far, he has taken well-informed decisions that benefit the state and its residents. He understands and empathizes with the needs and concerns of the people.
It's your right to know. Nigeria Info keeps you in the know.
All right, I've got to go forward in business news this station. When we come back, more conversation. Remember, we can talk about this and more during the open season. Good afternoon.